We're going to do a breakdown of crypto, gold, silver, and then a couple other swing trades that I've been looking at, and then I'm going to go over the trades I did last week. So I'm going to start off with crypto. I'm actually in a long right now on Solana. So 4 hour. Not looking too great. I mean, it's not looking bad. We entered it yesterday. We're close to take profit 1, but it's kind of going like we're dying off a little bit. We're going to break down why I entered this trade. So we've been consolidating, right? Kind of breaking higher, but we're coming down to these zones. So we've just been kind of doing ping pong in between our area of resistance and our area of support. We came down to our area of support. What happened? Boom, we bounced right off. We look at the 4 hour right here. Look at that, just straight wick. It taps into it for a second. So I went down to the hour, and we had a change of structure here on the hour, and then I just entered off of the retracement, right? Change of structure on the hour. It was right here. Price came in, we broke through. Now the hour is bullish. And then to be completely candid, I actually thought I saw a fair value gap right here. I can look back right now, and I can see that there was no such fair value gap, but this is what I entered off of, right here. Bam. All right, so kind of lucky, kind of not, because I'm in the trade and we're in profit. I think we're up 30% on the trade right now, but at the same time, I entered off something that didn't exist. All right, we're going to take a look at Ethereum. Ethereum, this is why I'm also kind of holding the trade even though I entered into something that didn't really exist, is that if you look at Ethereum and Bitcoin, we're right back up at our area of resistance. Right? Like prices, we broke down, but we didn't even come close to our area of support down here like we did on Solana. So Solana overextended down, which makes me believe that we're going to come up like we are doing with all the other ones. So we're bouncing back and forth on the resistance. Now you might be thinking, well, why aren't you just going to enter into a short when Bitcoin and Ethereum get? Great question. I thought the same thing. Well, the reason for that is we have all this, like prices can come back up to this big area of fair value gap right here, right? Like there's a lot of sell orders right here. We're also, technically, we're going to be bearish until we break here. So for price to come back up here, we'd switch bullish. I mean, I guess, yeah, I think we're bearish right now. And I just want to see price come up higher, because right now would be a very terrible risk reward. Like if I were to enter into a short right now, I'd put my stops at the high and take profit probably right here. 1 to 1, and I'm probably not going to hit this trade either. Same with Ethereum. So now we're looking for a little bit of a higher retracement, maybe sweep above all of this liquidity right here. We got a lot of liquidity right here, so hopefully price comes up and we sweep above that, but who knows. Next thing we're going to look at is gold. I swear I have a more drawn out gold. Alright, well, look at this. Alright, silver. We are bearish on the day. Bearish on the day. We are kind of going back up, but silver's very bearish right now. Weak, we're bearish. Right? Like, I would want to see silver come back down to this 46 level before, 46, before we even, like, consider going back up on the week. The day, it's straight bearish. Like, we gotta come all the way back up to, like, 70. We gotta come all the way back up to 80 before it's even considered, like, switching bullish. 4 hour, technically we're bullish. Like, I would say we're bullish. So maybe you could catch like a trade up into the zone, but I don't know. They're not looking too great right now. Gold's not looking horrible just because of the placement for the week. Like we're right in our weekly area of interest. Same on the day. We're right in our daily area of interest. Right? 4 hour switched bullish. This actually could be a good swing trade. I'm not gonna lie. This actually might not be a bad swing trade if you want to take longs from here on gold, but I like to do it when gold and silver are in sync. Now this is actually a cheat code. If you want to find a cheat code to like swing trading, this is the biggest cheat code you're ever going to find. Switch to these. The line break. And you're just going to see like absolute perfect market structure. So, we look at the trades that I'm in right now for the absolute market structure, for the, let's go, trading. We're in a short right now. Not in profit. But it's a pretty good short. Daily area interest, we already rejected off of it. GBP, AUD, banger trade. This is a banger trade. On the week, bullish. Right at our past area of interest. Area of interest on the week, we just tapped into it. Then the day, switched bullish. Look at that, switched bullish. Now we're bullish on the day, right back into our area of interest on the day. 4 hour, fucking same exact thing. Only thing we're waiting on, I didn't even wait on it, because I'm just that impatient, honestly. Would be a 1 hour entry, but we just entered off of, like, feelings and vibes. It's not a great thing to enter off of. So we're long on this. Massive trade, too. Pretty much 1 to 6. We're also in a long on Euro USD, because we're just right at the bottom. We've been consolidating, we're right at the low, buy low, sell high. Straightforward fucking shit here. We're short on this one. This one's a little more risky just because I have such a large take profit, but we have our past low right here, past low right here. Price is just rejecting off that level. If we pull up the candles right now, you can see we're just starting to wick. We're turning into John Wick. Bop, 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 bop. great indication that we're going down. Now, obviously, we want to see that extend onto the lower time frames, that we are switching directions. You want to load here? Look at that. We're rejecting area of interest. Look at this fair value gap. Look at price just rejecting off that. Like, to me, that's great confluence that we're going down. Now, obviously, it hasn't switched direction yet, so again, I entered this trade prematurely. But fuck it. New Zealand JPY. We're in a long. This wasn't a great trade. Really wasn't much analysis to it. I'm gonna be honest. We're gonna skip over that one. I think this is a good short. This is a very ambitious short too, 1 to 6. But if you look right here, just we're at key points right now, right? Like if you look at market structure, if we were to draw out market structure right now, like if we put a line on all these points right here, you can just see that price. This is the place where price would find resistance to go either direction. So it's gonna take a lot for price to break through there. Now if it does, I'm a sucker. I'd be a sucker. So that's all those trades. All right, we are going to look at the trades I took last week. Now, I'll be honest, I actually did really good last week. I missed a couple good trades, but the downside is I fucked up my margins last night, and I just lost 5% on one trade, which fucking sucks. Monday. Alright, so GJ, we started off on Monday. We just took a break even, right? So simple fucking shit here. Nothing complicated. 5-minute change of structure, left behind a fair value gap, waited for a positive candle, and we just traded it. Set stop loss to break even at the end of the session. We got stopped out at break even. Let's see if we took anything else this week on here. Oh yeah, we did. So this was Wednesday. Same kind of thing right here. We had a bullish change of structure right there. Left behind 2 fair value gaps. Entered off the first positive candle. This one just instantly printed to stop loss up. Like, it was very ambitious that it was not going to hit that take profit. It made up its mind, which sucked. Alright, New Zealand JPY. Sunday. Open up, change of structure on the 5-minute. Left behind a fair value gap right here. We didn't see any positive candles during this fair value gap, thankfully, because then we would have had a wider stop. It didn't even matter, though, because it just, again, it wanted to do something, it did it. Just printed to that stop loss. Later on that week, did we take any other trades? This was Wednesday. Again, bad trade. Don't know why. Not even during my session. We're not even going to use any analysm. I don't even know what I'm saying. All right. Last trade we took would have been on Thursday, and it was a banger. It was an absolute rocket of a trade. So we had a 5-minute break of structure right here, making it bullish, and then we broke structure to the downside right here, making it bearish. Left behind 1 fair value gap. Price comes into it, rejects off of it instantly, and then just fucking prints down. Right? Now this would have been you could have set this as take profit 1, and then had it at the absolute low down here, and that would have been take profit 2, and that would have been a 5%. That would have been a 9% trade pretty much, but I wasn't like that, so I didn't do that. This was the only trade we took last week. It was Sunday. We had a 5-minute change structure, entered off of a very low down fair value gap, but we had a very, very wide take profit. So I was pretty gassed, but immediately just we closed for break even. I'm not gonna lie. Because if you look right here, price just, as soon as Asian session ended, we closed it for a little loss. And then we'll look at the trade I took last night. This is the one I fucked up on too. So I entered, usually I do 2% of trade. I entered in on, what's it called, like 3.5% right here. So I closed all my positions, but because it was Sunday open, the spread was pretty bad. So I ended up losing another like 4% because of commissions. Also, my stop loss was right here. So then I entered again, risking my 2%. So we're already down like 4%. And price comes up, takes me out. So now I'm down 5.7% on the trade. I mean, on this trade. And then it just fucking rails down. So if I put my stop loss to here, we would have been up hella. We would have been up 6%. But bad position management. We kind of fucked up. We took a short on Monday last week. Change of structure, first fair value gap we entered off of, just a 1-to-1, simple trade. Wasn't bad. I think we made 1% on this trade. Not bad at all. Didn't take any other trades on it all week. Oh, we did actually. We took a long right here, and this was actually a banger trade too. But so we actually did pretty good on the US JPY last week. But our big bread and butter came from gold. We entered. We had a change of structure on the 5-minute, bullish change structure on the 5-minute, and this rate, like, I entered so late because this was it had to come down here or else I would be risking more than my 2%, so I got really lucky because I got such a fire entry right here, and then it just ran up, and I think this was an 11.8% on this trade right here, so just an absolute dimer, a 1 to 6.8,